Passion, respect, integrity, and the desire to help define the qualities of hospice volunteers. They bring happiness, relief, and peace, and can be relied upon to deliver these gifts humbly and with appreciation for the opportunity to give back. The following hospice volunteers embody that caring attitude. For Hospice of St. Francis patient Jean Hugh, volunteer Tim Brown is a gift from heaven. Brown takes Hugh to doctor and dental appointments and to the supermarket, as well as to Hugh's favorite hangouts. In 2 years, Brown has put in 33,500 miles in his car, 27,000 of which have been miles volunteering for hospice, Meals on Wheels, and Senior Transserve. Retired from the Coast Guard and a veteran of Vietnam, Grenada, Desert Shield, and Desert Storm, Brown connects easily with veterans, making him a perfect volunteer during the annual stand-downs that local veterans groups organize for homeless veterans. Brown and his wife also weave mats made from plastic bags to create waterproof sleeping surfaces for the homeless vets. The couple also makes rosaries they include in the packages of clothing and food they collect for disaster victims overseas. They dig into their own pockets to buy the items and pay for the $100 it takes to mail each package. Last year, Brown let his beard grow, which gives him an uncanny resemblance to St. Nick. He has played the Santa at battered women's shelters, nursing homes, and schools. It's a chance to give back and make someone's life a little better, said Brown. Vida Manley considers her life as 4 stages of careers. I consider my role as a volunteer for Vitas Innovative Hospice Care to be my 4th career. I was looking for a volunteer opportunity and happened to meet the Vitas staff at a local senior center. I'd always heard about the wonderful work hospice does, so this seemed like a good fit. I've enjoyed every moment. As a respite care worker, Manley provides relief for caregivers of Vitas hospice patients. She also visits hospice patients at nursing homes, assisted living facilities, and private residences. I just spend time with them, listen to them, hold their hand, or read to them while the caregiver takes a break, she says. Manley also assists the hospice bereavement secretary with memorial events. Susan Blakesley, volunteer manager for Vitas, considers Manley a natural at volunteering. She is invaluable to our program because she is reliable, dependable, patient, and very caring. Volunteers like Vida Manley make a special impact in the lives of patients during the most important time of their lives, the end of life. Although chronic illness often plagues her, Robin Veneziano remains active as a volunteer for Wusthof Hospice and Palliative Care. Every patient loves her and vice versa, said Hospice Volunteer Coordinator Trish Hendren. She spends hours with each patient and makes their birthday special. The nurses and the aides in the nursing home love it when she comes to visit. She's got a Wusthof Hospice heart. The patients teach you to respect life, says Veneziano, who both visits with patients and provides respite time for caregivers. It is so sad when you lose them, but it's so great to have known them. A lot of people push older people away, but these individuals have so much to offer. Lessons on life come in unexpected, wonderful ways. I had a patient with no pictures on her wall, so I offered to bring her some, said Veneziano. She pointed to her window and said, "All I need to do is look out that window. God changes my pictures every day." Veronica Grundmann was so impressed by the service Hospice of Health First provided to her father during his last days that when she retired from her job as executive secretary at Harris, Grundmann went directly to the hospice to become a volunteer. Volunteering at hospice has become a family affair at the Grundmann household since Veronica's husband Ken also volunteers at Hospice of Health First. Even their miniature schnauzer puppy, Sasha, visits with the William Child's hospice house to cheer visitors. They see the dog and they light up and start telling dog stories, said Ken Grundmann. On Thanksgiving Day, the Grundmanns cook dinner for the patients, families, and staff at the hospice house. They also prepare meals to be delivered to homebound hospice patients and their caregivers during the holidays. In the fall, the Satellite Beach residents devote their time to Camp Bright Star, the hospice camp for grieving children. Ken and Veronica are both go-to volunteers for our program and represent what Hospice of Health First does well in the community, said Valerie Kenworthy, volunteer coordinator for Hospice of Health First. They are both inspirational examples of being ambassadors of the hospice mission. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2012 Central Florida Humanitarians Hospice Volunteers.